just keeps doing it. Like, you want to go? You want to go?
What are you gonna do? No tough guy? How many coral are in here? I don't even know. I can't even count. Do you have any idea?
No. No.
Hey, what's up, Reefers? This is Reefer Matt. And you can see there's a different tank here in front of you. This is my reefing buddy Michael's tank. How you doing, Mike?
Good.
What size tank is this again?
It's a 120 marine land.
120 marine land tank. Wow. So we're going to take a look at this tank and what makes it tick, and we'll look at all the equipment and the livestock in it. So let's have a look, shall we? All right, so what do you want to look at first, Mike? I'm seeing a lot of coral in here and a lot of frags. First off, how old is this tank?
About a year and 10 months.
Year and 10 months. That's a lot of growth for a year and 10 months. And these acros here. Look at that. Which one is that?
That's Master Yoda.
Wow. So what kind of parameters do you have in this tank? As far as your alkalinity?
The alkalinity is around 8.5. The pH runs between 8 and 8.4. The nitrates are around 5 to 10. Phosphates go 0.04 to 0.08. Salinity's 1.026. I usually run the calcium around 440. Magnesium fluctuates quite a bit, probably 1350 to 1450.
And do you have any controllers or anything on this tank?
Yeah, I have hydros.
Hydros, cool. How you liking that?
I like it.
Yeah, I was interested in it, but I'm deep into the Apex stuff, so it'll be kind of pricey for me to do it. But I hear a lot of people are very happy with their hydros.
Yeah, I just like the ease of once you figure it out, how easy it is to get stuff to shut on and off.
And do you have any particular favorite coral or groups of favorite coral in this tank?
I kind of like that red devil Nasuta. That's the one next to the Master Yoda.
This one right here?
Yeah.
That's cool. So you got a preference for like SPS, Acropora?
Yeah,
I'm
kind of going heavy on SPS, but I still like the hammers and stuff, and I try to find shady spots for them.
So you like mixed reefs ultimately then, right?
Yeah, but it's a little hard to do a mixed reef with this one because I've got so much light on it right now.
All right. Yeah, we should talk about that. Speaking of, well, for one thing, what's the par like in this tank? Because, I mean, just looking at these coral, they look awesome. So I imagine it's pretty high.
Near the top, it's like 400. And then
Wow.
it goes to like maybe 300 in the middle, and some spots on the sand bed are close to 300.
Is it pretty even blanket of coverage? Or do you
Yeah.
have like some hot spots or anything?
Well, yeah, there's a couple hot spots.
But because I have like like the Kessels, and they're sort of like a a street lamp, so I had to add reef brights to them to kind of space it out. But I don't see. I see some. Look at these lights here. These are some serious lights, and they spread this out too. So, what do we got up here?
You got a reef breeder photon, and then you have 4 T5s with blue plus and purple plus, and then 2 Orphex, 1 sky blue and 1 blue plus.
Wow. Look at that. Is there a certain reason why you went with those as far as any features, or is that just something that you've always went with?
Well, I was hoping the reef breeder would be enough, but with this depth of it, the depth of the tank is 2 foot. So it's kind of hard to get, a nice deep without going too high on the whites.
Right. Yeah, check that out. This is a nice wide tank too. Where'd you get this tank from?
Bruce's.
Bruce's? Just down the street?
Yeah.
That's cool. Did he special order or just happen to have it?
No, I just happened to go in there and he had it.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I like these marine land tanks. What other coral we got in here? What's this one down here?
That's a Galaxia.
Look at that. Oh yeah, you can see it's got a little tentacle out ready to touch somebody there. That's a cool acro there. See another one over here. A nice shaggy pavona. I wish mine had that shag on them. They got a little bit, but not that much. Yeah, some people like, on Instagram and that, they like to keep perfectly clean glass, which I think is, ridiculous. I mean, I don't know about you, but I break enough pieces off cleaning the glass as it is. I don't need to do any more.
Right.
And it's not hurting anything on there. I think it actually looks kind of cool, and it gives the crabs and stuff something to cling on to, and they can get up there and keep your frag rack clean too.
And the reason all the frag racks are in there is when I get new coral, I put it on there to try to get it to see what it's going to look like before I attach it to a rock.
All right. Yep. Let's see. I mean, if you don't have a spot picked out right away, there's nothing wrong with keeping it up there, right?
Right. And a lot of the times, once you get a piece of coral, you can't get it to color the way the original guy had it.
Right. What else? The 350s? The max specs?
That's a 350. The other end's a 330, and on the back in the corner, there's a 330.
You got lots of flow in here. Oh yeah, I see it back there. That keeps things stirred up pretty good, so you don't have any collection of detritus in any certain spot or anything.
I'm getting a little bit on this end, on the back side. I was thinking of putting another one back on the back wall, blowing at the back of that.
Back here?
Yeah.
That's cool. Is that an Antheus?
Yeah.
I wish I could keep them. I just don't have enough. I guess I could put an auto feeder on, but they eat a lot, right?
I only feed them once a day.
Really? That's a cool fish. Speaking of, what kind of fish we got in here? I see at least 10 of them, from the looks of them anyway.
Yeah, there's a Thompson tang, a powder brown tang, a Tomini tang, a swallowtail angel, 6-line wrasse, a coral beauty, a watchman goby, a chalk bass, and a royal dorama, and a couple pajama cardinals.
What's this one right here? Oh, he just went away.
That's the swallowtail angel.
Wow, that's a cool fish. Look at that. And yes, there are some zoas in here too. Look at that.
Yeah, those are scrambled eggs.
Got everything in here. Chunk of Jedi mind trick back there. There's that angelfish.
And I don't know what the one back there is, the red with the green way in the back.
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
Oh, if you guys know, let me know.
It's growing like crazy though.
Well, I can focus on. There we go. That's pretty cool. All right, Mike, so what am I looking at under here? I see
Just
a lot of baffles. And
got a skimmer in there and GFO reactor.
What kind of skimmer is that?
Simplicity.
I like those. Yeah, I got 3 or 4 of those myself. Is that doing all right for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job. As long as they stay clean, right?
Yes.
Gotta keep them clean, especially the pump.
That's a CO2 scrubber, and I've got a line going outside.
That's cool. That's keeping your pH up pretty good?
Yeah, it actually, when I put the line outside, it actually went up about 0.2.
Nice. We got a little sock chamber there. Nice. I gotta do something like that. My tanks are way too loud because I got my drain above the water line. I see I got some work to do. Maybe I'll make that adjustment and put my drain underneath the water, at least for my main drain. And then I see a little fuse here with a cool light. What light is that?
That's the tunes.
That light. Has that been going pretty good for you?
Yeah.
A big old snail there.
I run that at night opposite the daylight, so it's keeps the pH up a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. And we got another little chamber here for more filtration. And my sumps are definitely not this organized. It's really cool.
No, I didn't think it was that organized. It's got wires going everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you got lights down here. You got, you know, your baffles are thought out. I just have one baffle in mine, and that's just to hold the level for the skimmer. I didn't put nearly as much thought as you did here.
Well, that's actually the kit from BRS.
Oh, cool. Comes with like all the different baffles and stuff, and you just silicone them in.
Yeah.
And what size sump is this?
40-gallon breeder.
40 gallon? Is that holding level for you perfect? Like when the power goes out, you don't have any issues?
No.
That's cool.
It barely comes up to the level that the socks are. So it all just kind of, you know, evens out all the way across.
Yeah. And what are you dosing over here?
Just calcium and alkalinity.
That's cool. Where do you get, what kind do you use?
I just use the BRS.
The BRS2 part?
Yeah.
Really cool. How many coral are in here? I don't even know. I can't even count. Do you have any idea?
No. No. With the frags and everything, probably 100.
Really cool. A lot of acro colonies in here too. But you don't seem to have a hard time growing.
Well, some I do. Some, they've been in there for the whole time I've had the tank, and they've hardly grown at all.
Yeah, I think that happens to all of us at some point, but it's just a matter of time, you know.
Right.
How long you stick with it and how long you want to keep that particular one. And then who knows, you give a piece to somebody else and it just does something completely different in their tank. And then you might get some back and it's different by the time you get it back.
Exactly.
How long have you been reefing for?
About 15 years.
15 years? Well, it's changed in that 15 years, I think.
Yeah.
But everybody's saying, oh, it's so different now. I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
It's not like a lot different, but there are some different things.
mm-hmm.
Like when hydros came out, that to me was, you know, it was affordable and easier than the Trident and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I'd give it a whirl. First, I just picked up the wave engine to run the pumps, so I didn't have all them bricks. And then I picked up the X4. And I probably add something else. I'm kind of thinking about getting a minnow, but not sure because I could use a few more sense ports.
Yeah, I think the technology has definitely made it easier, depending on, you know, if you work a lot, you can't babysit the tank basically, you know, and be here all day with it. It definitely makes it a lot easier. You know, dosing things obviously rather than hand dosing, and the lighting too. But a lot of the practices are still the same, you know, as far as the maintenance and that.
Right.
Like, you don't do your maintenance, you can have all the technology in the world. It's not going to give you a great tank if you don't do that maintenance. That's what I think anyway.
Right. I still do monthly water changes, and I do about a 30. It's getting harder to do now with the corals getting so tall.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And breaking pieces off.
One trick I do is I'll take 20 gallons out of the tank, then take 10 gallons out of the sump.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And that way you're not draining so much out of the tank.
Right. Well, I appreciate you letting us look at your tank. I'm Reefer Matt. Thank you for watching and happy reefing.